Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Dragoon. And last time we started exploring Leningrad, including finding pretty much the best armor in the game, and realizing that it's far too expensive to get. The other things that are here are snow and cold people. So yeah, anyway. There are two buildings we have not yet explored. The first is the castle, and there's a ceremony going on, so we can't do anything there because, yeah. We need to follow what we were told earlier when we had our little visit with, what was his name? The librarian. And yeah, so we get an automatic sequence when we come in here, and we get more cutscenes. And of course, Albert is going to geek out all over the place. Well, cool. It's basically a multi-tiered library. That's cool, I guess. Though, when it comes to most JRPGs, you really don't need that much information. Normally, you read, the little itty bits of information that are thrown on this random bookshelf, that random NPC, and yeah, that's pretty much all you need. Oh yeah, can't forget our legends. Must read our legends too. Something about virages and the moon that never sets. Oh. It made you wise. Congo made a funny. Ah. Dragons and Dragoons. Cool. Brought by Lloyd. Yeah, pretty much, if you think about it, Lloyd introduced the dragon, or we assume the dragon, and specifically the Dragoons to the Serdian War, however you want to say that. And then in Tiburoa, he introduced Lennis, which, she had her Dragoon, not to mention the dragon of Elisa Bay was a substantial problem throughout most of Disc 2. And Haschel finally has to use his brain. I think we're in trouble. Can you read human characters there, Congo? Should tell us a lot. Oh yeah, we're still missing a couple of people here. We have to do what we can in the meantime. So, with that being said, would you stop running? I gotta get new controllers on him. He keeps running on spot for no reason. You guess? So, in some respects, Congo is a child. I know that's not true at all for Congo. He's a very intelligent yet very quiet and, soft-spoken probably isn't the right word, but he doesn't speak up a lot, but he does have a lot of insight, or not a lot of insight, but something important to say when he does say something at all. Wings of Light. Huh. Float colossal cities. Well. Yeah, I don't know anything that could float that high, or float something that heavy in the world that they've shown us at this point. Yeah, there are a lot of legends that seem to be true. Yeah, legends are what they are. Dragons and Dragoons. Huh. Considering how long ago most of this stuff came from, I'm surprised they have written records. Ah, a book that talks about the divine moon objects. Huh. No details. Meaning of the divine moon objects. Find out what Lloyd wants. Well, I guess it's just because we know what they are for or why they exist doesn't necessarily mean we know what he wants to do with them. Humans controlled the continent of Ednus, divided it into 4. 3 new countries. We have Serdio, Tiberoa, that thing. I'm not even gonna try it anymore. And I try it, when I'm not recording to see if I can actually get this word to come out. It never works. Anyway, and to the west of the continent, the untouched land, the Death Frontier. So, pretty much there's nothing there. Except death. I guess death would be there. Proof of an alliance. Well, here's where parts of the fallout from the Dragon campaign really kind of get a little muddled. Humans, with the aid of dragons and dragoons, win the war. Winglies give over these objects and then go extinct. So we're told. Obviously that hasn't happened since we've seen one, but I'm kind of lost as to why we would have this kind of alliance right before one of the races goes extinct, or supposedly extinct. Oh, Shauna's going to do more research. That's good. We must always do research. Any bonus points to you if you get that. Dragoons from Legend. The heroes of the Dragon campaign. Since that time. Well, that's kind of a long half-life. Well, not half-life, that's not the right term. But it seems like it's a long break to take between that set and the current set, especially considering, what happened with Lavitz, and now Albert was instantly chosen right after, and right before Lavitz even, there was Graham, who was a Dragoon before that. Hell, even the guy I'm talking to, Hashel's Dragoon, was already selected by someone else only recently. It seems kind of odd that it would change so many times right now and then wouldn't choose anyone in between now and 11,000 years ago. When history, yeah. So in other words, they have no idea. And of course, Lannis, I'd actually forgotten about that one. Mainly because the spunky little blue-haired wanderer isn't running around throwing her hammer. God, that's a large hammer. Uh-huh. So which one are they referring to when they just say one spirit? Because we assume that not only did he bring the one that Graham is using, or was using, sorry, but also the one that Dole was using. We have both of those now. I would assume they were referring to Graham's a little more because he was controlling the Green Dragon Fairybrand, and he was a major aspect of that, what was turning the tides in that war. 7 heroes led the campaign. Yeah, speaking of that campaign, where is our aged little wonder anyway? Well, don't think we'll be, well, we might see her today. We'll see how fast I can get through some of this. Anyway, let's talk to you. But you were supposed to be doing research. Why are you looking into politics? Yes, indeed. Okay, so what information have you picked out? Dragons are the second most powerful species of all 107 creatures. Huh. Didn't we hear something in the church about 108 fruits? How come there are only 107 species? Huh. It's kind of weird. I guess that's not important. Reducing the dragon's intelligence. So yeah, basically they're, give this guy lots of strength, this guy lots of intelligence, this guy ingenuity, this guy the ability to make its own food, a la photosynthesis or whatever. Or in the case of winglies, give them a crap ton of magical ability. Couldn't avoid being annihilated, huh? Ruled by the Dragoons. You'll look for more. Well, huh? What's going on? What led to the Dragon campaign? Huh? Did you find information that we need? What led to the Dragon campaign? Yeah, he likes to do that. So awesome. I can just see someone trying to voice act this sequence for this guy and just do this in a completely nonchalant voice. Just, well, of course I'm superior. Like, is that even a question? Just kind of, from there, go straight about doing your business. Well, Ashel, I'm trying to balance both of your ideas here. I do value intelligence. I definitely, as I've probably mentioned before, university student, it's one of the things that I understand, and therefore I want to understand more. Interested in the Dragon campaign? Of course. All had something to do with it. Oh, well, perfect. We found the one person in the world who can help us. How coincidental. We only know fragments. This is the legend of the Dragon campaign. You know what's coming.
There were 7 Dragoon warriors in the legend of the Dragon campaign. Dragoons, reputed to be the incarnation of dragons. With dragons at their side, the Dragoons fought boldly. However, in the age when the legend was reality, the Winglies dominated all, even the gods. The gods answered to dictator Melbu Frama's prayers and granted him ultimate power. But the power was abused. The earth of Saint Imperial Gloriano was scorched by the gods' fire and became ashen. The anger and sadness of the people was fuel for the Dragoons' cause. Then at last they freed the gods. Without the gods' power, the Winglies perished, and our age, the human age, began. Thereafter, the gods floated in the sky. For 11,000 years, they have been looking over the world as the moon that never sets.
We finally get some explanation, and the moon that never sets is Mount freaking Olympus. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But there's a lot of interesting ideas in there. Apparently, the leader of the Winglies at the time was Melbu Frama. And again, confusion about this story. We've heard just recently about this one divinity, Soa, who created everything, and now they're talking about a number of gods, which, I'll spoil something right now, they don't get mentioned again. I don't know why they decided to use this aspect to be this key that raised the Winglies' power, but there it is. It's not like a big spoiler or anything, but yeah. Anyway, so what is it Lloyd wants to do with these moon objects, which we still haven't really talked about? Might as well check out the reference room. Hey, more information. Historical materia from this country. However, historic objects. Well, that's pretty cool. By the Black Monster. Hey, Dart's getting sidetracked, and so am I. Wow, would you look at that? A survivor, not the survivor. Does that mean there's more than one? Or does that mean he didn't even know that there was one? Anyway, if you approach all these things, you get little bits of information, but unlike Xenogears, unfortunately, you don't get to zoom in on the cool little pictures. This one is a depiction of Dragoons during the Dragon campaign. I can't really see it, so I don't know what they can actually see here. You would think that if they had, like, photographs or some such thing, actual depictions from someone at the time, that Dart might recognize Rose in that picture, but Painting of the Divine Tree. Now, what's this one? Okay. Relics from Neat. This one's pretty interesting. The St. Luvia. Seen this somewhere before. Remember the name on the Phantom ship? Some of them mentioned St. Luvia, some of them mentioned Luviana, or Luvia, or whatever the name was. Yeah, this is the Phantom ship. Apparently it was I'm assuming by Saint, it was either a clerical ship or a royal ship of some kind, and apparently it sunk or got haunted because of what happened there with the Black Monster. Huh. Hey, new music. That's nice. Stained glass of the church in Neat. Black flame. Any survivors? Huh. Only one. Second Sacred Sister. Luana. Huh. No. We've met another of these Sacred Sisters earlier. If you recall, back in... oh, where was that? Fueno. Lloyd managed to save one, though I think he was more annoyed with the bandits than anything else. Legend about the Black Monster and the Moonchild. Yes, please. You actually have to do this one. This one is required. If you say no, he'll say, oh, come back when you're ready. So, anyway, let's enjoy video number 2 for this video. Pray for their own happiness. Because of the way that this video transitions when it's done, I may have to make an abrupt ending to the video. I don't want to start the next sequence and it automatically loads into it, so be forewarned.
Why did the gods create him? The Black Monster. He appears in various legends as a demon who rebels against and devours the gods. An evil plague that rejects peace in the world. The god that is the moon that never sets. The moon that never sets glows red every 108 years. It is a sign that a herald is sent to Earth. The herald is known to us as the Moonchild. The legend says the Moonchild revives the gods on Earth and purifies the world. The Black Monster abhors, hates, and despises it, and kills the Moonchild. This sad karma is endless. This god stays forever in the sky, and the world is in never-ending chaos.